Welcome to MJ English Academy. I am Jennifer, and I am so excited to help you take your English speaking skills to the next level today.
And I am Mike, and today we are starting a very special three-part series all about talking about your life goals in English, starting right here with part 1.
Have you ever wanted to share your biggest dreams and future plans with a friend or a colleague in English, but you suddenly forgot the right words to use?
That happens to so many learners, but by the end of today, you will have a brand new set of everyday phrases that will make talking about your future feel completely natural and effortless.
Today, we are focusing on the introduction to goal setting and diving deep into 8 essential phrases, complete with slow pronunciation tips and real-life examples.
Let us jump straight into our first core phrase of the day, which is set a goal, a very simple yet powerful expression we use when we decide what we want to achieve.
When you want to tell someone you are ready to make a plan for your future, you can say, "I need to set a goal for my career this year," or simply, "She wants to set a fitness goal before summer arrives."
Let us practice the pronunciation together right now, making sure to link the words smoothly so it sounds like one natural phrase. Set a goal.
Notice how the T in set connects slightly to the A in A, making it sound like set a goal. And remember to keep your voice clear and confident on the word goal.
Here is a quick example of how you might hear this in a normal conversation between two friends talking about the upcoming year.
"Hey Mike, are you ready for January? I really feel like we need to set a goal for our English studies so we stay motivated every single week."
That is such a smart idea, Jennifer, because if we do not set a goal right now, the whole year will pass by without us improving our fluency at all.
That is so true, and that leads us directly into our second core phrase, which is work toward, meaning to put continuous effort into making your dreams a reality.
You will often hear native speakers say things like, "I am working toward a promotion at my company," or "they are working toward buying their first house together."
Let us break down the pronunciation of work toward, paying close attention to the second word where the OARD sounds like toward, as in work toward.
Do not pronounce the W too heavily in toward. Just slide smoothly from the K in work right into the T, creating a nice flowing rhythm.
Let us listen to how this sounds when two coworkers are chatting by the coffee machine about their daily routines and long-term plans.
Are you still taking those evening classes after a long day at the office? I know it is exhausting, but it is totally worth it.
Yes, I am, because I am working toward a certificate in digital marketing, and I know it will help me open doors to new opportunities.
Moving on to our third phrase, we have the expression make a plan, which is all about organizing the exact steps you need to take to succeed.
You can use this phrase in almost any situation, such as when you say, "We need to make a plan for our weekend trip," or "I need to make a plan to save money."
When pronouncing make a plan, be sure to hit the K sound clearly at the end of make. Pause just a fraction of a second, and then start a plan.
Let us try it together out loud. Make a plan, keeping your tone upbeat and positive to show enthusiasm about organizing your future.
Here is how you might use this phrase when talking to a family member about organizing a big upcoming event or a major life change.
If we want to move to another country next year, we cannot just hope it happens. We really need to sit down and make a plan this weekend.
You are completely right. And having a step-by-step strategy will make the whole process feel much less stressful and way more achievable for both of us.
That brings us to our fourth phrase, which is stay focused, an expression that means keeping your attention completely locked on your objective without getting distracted.
You will hear people say things like, "It is hard to stay focused when you work from home," or "You need to stay focused if you want to pass that difficult exam."
Let us practice the pronunciation of stay focused, emphasizing the long O sound in focused and making sure the S sounds are crisp and clear.
Try saying it with me right now. Stay focused, making sure not to rush the second syllable, folk, so your listener understands every single sound.
Let us listen to a short dialogue between a student and a teacher discussing how to handle distractions while studying for a big test.
Sometimes I sit down at my desk with good intentions, but checking my phone ruins my concentration and I lose track of all my study time.
I completely understand, but if you put your phone in another room, it becomes much easier to stay focused for at least an hour straight.
Our fifth phrase is achieve a dream, which is a wonderful, inspiring expression used when a long-held ambition finally becomes your actual reality.
You can say things like, she worked hard for 5 years to achieve her dream of becoming a doctor, or it takes dedication to achieve a dream like writing a book.
Let us look closely at the pronunciation of achieve a dream, linking the V sound in achieve smoothly to the A, and giving a nice warm emphasis to dream.
Let us say it together slowly. Achieve a dream, making sure your voice rises slightly with emotion, because achieving a dream is always something special.
Here is an example of two friends talking about a mutual acquaintance who just opened her very own art gallery downtown after years of hard work.
Did you hear the amazing news about Sarah? She finally opened her art studio and her paintings are selling out everywhere she goes.
That is incredible news, and it just proves that if you never give up, you really can achieve a dream you have had since you were a child.
Our sixth phrase today is take a step, which means to make a small, concrete action toward a larger goal when the main objective feels too overwhelming.
Instead of looking at the giant mountain ahead of you, you can say, I just need to take a step today. Or every journey begins when you take a first step.
Let us practice the pronunciation of take a step, paying attention to the crisp T sounds at the beginning and end of step, so it sounds very precise.
Let us say it together. Take a step, keeping your voice steady and encouraging to show that even tiny actions matter just as much as big leaps.
Listen to this conversation between two friends who are feeling a bit overwhelmed by how much they need to study before a big presentation.
I have so many slides to prepare, a speech to memorize, and data to analyze that I honestly do not even know where to begin right now.
Do not let the whole project scare you. Just take a step by opening your computer and writing down your very first bullet point today.
Our seventh phrase is overcome an obstacle, a fantastic intermediate expression used when you successfully deal with a difficult challenge or a major problem.
You might hear a successful entrepreneur say, we had to overcome an obstacle with our supply chain, or she had to overcome an obstacle of self-doubt.
The pronunciation of overcome an obstacle can be a little tricky because of the vowels, so let us break it down syllable by syllable, very slowly.
First, say overcome, then link the N directly to N, and finish with obstacle, making sure the stress stays on the first syllable of obstacle.
Let us practice the whole thing together. Overcome an obstacle, letting your voice sound proud and resilient because talking about overcoming things is powerful.
Here is how you might hear this phrase used in a natural conversation about a personal fitness journey or learning a brand new language.
Learning phrasal verbs used to feel completely impossible for me, and I honestly felt like quitting every single time I opened my grammar textbook.
I am so glad you did not quit, because every time you overcome an obstacle like that, your English speaking skills become noticeably stronger and more fluent.
And that brings us to our eighth and final core phrase for part 1, which is track your progress, meaning to regularly check how far you have come along your journey.
You can use this phrase when talking about habits, fitness, or studying, such as I use a journal to track my progress every single evening.
Let us look at the pronunciation of track your progress, noticing how the K in track and the Y in your often blend together naturally in fast speech.
Let us practice it slowly and clearly together. Track your progress, making sure the word progress has the stress on the first syllable, progress.
Let us listen to a quick conversation between a mentor and a student discussing the best ways to stay motivated during a long learning process.
How do you make sure you do not lose motivation when you are trying to learn something as big and complicated as fluent conversational English?
I always recommend writing down your daily wins in a small notebook so you can easily track your progress and see how much you improve each week.
That is such fantastic advice, and it is a wonderful reminder of why tracking your journey makes the hard work so rewarding in the long run.
We have covered so much incredible ground in Part 1 today, from setting goals and working toward them, to tracking your progress and overcoming obstacles.
Make sure you review these 8 phrases, practice speaking them out loud with our slow pronunciation tips, and get ready for Part 2 of our series.
We are going to dive into even more amazing everyday vocabulary, natural conversation dialogues, and practical tips to boost your fluency even further.
Thank you so much for joining us at MJ English Academy today, and we cannot wait to see you in the very next video of this goal-setting series. Welcome back to Part 2 of our special 3-part series on how to talk about your life goals in English here at MJ English Academy.
And I am Mike, and in Part 1, we learned 8 incredible core phrases, but today we are bringing those words to life with an extended, multi-scene story scenario.
We are going to follow 2 characters named David and Lisa as they meet up for coffee and discuss their massive plans, career changes, and personal growth.
Let us jump right into Scene 1, where David and Lisa sit down at a cozy local cafe on a sunny Saturday morning to catch up after months apart.
It is so wonderful to see you again, David, and I cannot believe it has been almost 6 months since our last proper catch-up over lunch.
It is so great to see you too, Lisa. And yes, time really flies when you get busy, but I am so glad we finally managed to make a plan to meet.
Speaking of getting busy, how are things going with your career and those big ambitions you were telling me about back in the winter?
Things have been moving quite a bit, actually. But to be completely honest, I had to set a goal at the beginning of the year to keep myself from getting distracted.
That is a very smart approach because without a clear target, it is so easy to drift through the months without making any real progress at all.
Exactly. And my main objective this year is to transition into graphic design full-time, which means I am working toward a major career shift.
That sounds like an amazing dream to pursue, but I imagine it requires a lot of hard work, late nights, and dedication behind the scenes.
It definitely does, and there were moments when I felt completely overwhelmed by how much software and technical skill I still needed to master.
Whenever you feel that way, how do you manage to stay focused on your studies instead of giving up when the work gets too difficult?
I try not to look at the whole mountain at once. Instead, I just remind myself to take a step every single day, no matter how small it might be.
That is such wise advice for anyone trying to learn a new skill or change their life, and it sounds like your daily routine is really paying off.
It really is, and I even keep a special journal to track my progress every evening so I can see how much better my designs are becoming.
Let us transition into Scene 2 of our story, which takes place 2 months later at a quiet public library where David and Lisa meet to study together.
It is so quiet and peaceful in here compared to the busy cafe, and I am really glad you invited me to study alongside you today.
I love coming here because the quiet atmosphere makes it so much easier to stay focused when I am tackling difficult lessons or creative projects.
So, how are things going with your own goals, Lisa? Last time we spoke, you mentioned wanting to start your own online freelance business.
Well, that is actually why I wanted to meet up today, because I finally decided to set a goal and make a plan to launch my website by next month.
That is fantastic news, Lisa. You have been talking about starting your own business for years, so seeing you finally take action makes me so happy.
Thank you so much, David, but I will admit I had to overcome an obstacle just to get my portfolio website built and running smoothly.
What kind of obstacle did you run into? Building a website can be tricky with all the technical details, coding, and design choices.
My biggest problem was self-doubt. I kept thinking my work was not good enough to show clients, so I kept delaying the launch date.
Every creative person faces that exact fear, but you proved that you can overcome an obstacle like self-doubt when you push past your comfort zone.
You are completely right, and having friends like you who encourage me to keep working toward my dreams makes all the difference in the world.
Let us move into scene 3, which takes place 6 months later in a lively park where David and Lisa are celebrating their recent achievements with a picnic.
Passing by this park brings back so many memories of our conversations about our futures, and sitting here today feels like a dream come true.
It really does feel surreal, especially when I look back at where we both were a year ago compared to the amazing places we are standing right now.
Can you believe that your freelance design business is already fully booked with clients and you are officially working for yourself full-time?
It still feels like a dream sometimes, but all those hours of trying to take a step every single day finally added up to something real and lasting.
And look at you, Lisa. You successfully completed your digital marketing certification and landed that wonderful new job you always wanted.
It took a lot of patience, and I had to learn how to track my progress every week so I would not get discouraged by the difficult exams.
Remember when we first talked about needing to set a goal and make a plan? Back then, it felt like such a massive and distant mountain to climb.
And now look at us, enjoying a sunny afternoon, chatting happily in English, and celebrating the fact that we actually achieved a dream through hard work.
That is the power of persistence, consistency, and having the right everyday vocabulary to talk about your ambitions with people who support you.
We hope you enjoyed following David and Lisa through their inspiring journey in Part 2, watching how all our core phrases fit into a natural conversation.
Make sure you re-listen to this story dialogue several times, pay attention to the natural pacing and rhythm, and get ready for the final part of our series.
In Part 3, we will give you top-tier fluency tips, interactive practice exercises, and advanced conversation frameworks to use in your own daily life.
Thank you so much for joining us for this incredible story scenario at MJ English Academy, and we will see you very soon in Part 3. Welcome back to Part 3, the final and most exciting part of our special series on how to talk about your life goals in English right here at MJ English Academy.
And I am Mike, and today we are going to put everything you have learned into practice with a powerful, interactive shadowing and repetition exercise.
If you have ever wanted to train your mouth muscles, build real speaking confidence, and sound more natural when talking about your future, this is your moment.
We are going to guide you step by step through all 8 core phrases we learned in Part 1, giving you time to listen, pause, and repeat out loud.
Let us begin with our first shadowing drill using the phrase set a goal, so get ready to speak out loud right after Jennifer gives you the cue.
Listen carefully to how I say it, keeping your voice clear and steady. I need to set a goal for my English studies this year.
Now it is your turn to pause the video in your mind or speak right after me. Set a goal.
Let us try it one more time together with a full sentence so you can feel the rhythm. We must set a goal before the new month starts.
That sounded fantastic, and now let us move on to our second phrase, which is work toward, meaning to put continuous effort into your dreams.
Listen closely to this example sentence. She is working toward a promotion at her office, and she is doing an amazing job every single day.
Now it is your turn to speak out loud and practice the pronunciation with us. Work toward.
Let us say it together in a shorter phrase to lock it into your memory. Working toward my dream.
Moving right along to our third phrase, which is make a plan, an essential expression for organizing your future steps and staying organized.
Listen to how I pronounce every single sound clearly. We need to make a plan this weekend if we want to travel abroad next year.
Now it is your turn to repeat it out loud right after hearing the cue. Make a plan.
Let us say it one more time with extra enthusiasm. Let us make a plan together today.
Our fourth phrase for today is stay focused, which is all about keeping your attention locked on your objective without getting distracted by anything else.
Listen to this sentence. It is hard to stay focused when your phone is nearby, but you can do it if you put it in another room.
Now it is your turn to speak out loud and practice the crisp Sams. Stay focused.
Let us practice it once more in a lively exchange. I need to stay focused on my English practice.
We are halfway through our shadowing exercise, and our fifth phrase is achieve a dream, used when a long-held ambition finally becomes your reality.
Listen to the warm emotion in this sentence. She worked hard for 5 years to achieve her dream of becoming a professional designer.
Now it is your time to shine and repeat it out loud with us. Achieve a dream.
Let us say it together again, keeping your voice proud and inspiring. We can achieve a dream with hard work.
Our sixth phrase is take a step, which means making a small, concrete action toward a larger goal when the main objective feels too overwhelming.
Listen to how this sounds. Do not let the big project scare you. Just take a step by writing down your first sentence today.
Now it is your turn to repeat it clearly and steadily. Take a step.
Let us practice it one more time in a full phrase. Every journey begins when you take a step.
Our seventh phrase is overcome an obstacle, a fantastic expression used when you successfully deal with a difficult challenge or a major problem.
Listen to this sentence carefully. Every time you overcome an obstacle, your confidence and your English fluency grow stronger.
Now it is your turn to speak out loud and practice the tricky vowels. Overcome an obstacle.
Let us say it together once more. We can overcome an obstacle together.
And that brings us to our eighth and final shadowing phrase, which is track your progress, meaning to regularly check how far you have come along your journey.
Listen to this final example sentence. I use a small notebook every single evening to track my progress and celebrate my daily wins.
Now it is your turn to repeat it out loud for the very last time in our drills. Track your progress.
Let us say it together with a big smile. Let us track your progress every week.
You did an incredible job completing all of our interactive shadowing exercises today, and your mouth and tongue muscles are definitely getting stronger.
Let us do a complete summary recap of all 8 expressions so you can keep them fresh in your mind for your daily conversations in English.
We started with set a goal to define your target, moved to work toward, to put in the effort, and learned to make a plan for your future.
Then we practiced how to stay focused, how to achieve a dream through hard work, and how important it is to take a step every single day.
Finally, we explored how to overcome an obstacle when things get tough, and how to track your progress so you can see how far you have come.
If you master these 8 phrases, you will be able to talk about your life goals, your career ambitions, and your personal growth with total confidence.
We want to give you a very strong call to action right now before we say goodbye, so listen closely to what you need to do next.
If you loved this 3-part series and want to see more step-by-step English lessons, please hit that like button and subscribe to MJ English Academy right now.
And here is your special challenge for today. Go down to the comment section below and write your own sentence using one of our new phrases.
Write a sentence telling us what goal you want to set for this year, or how you plan to track your progress starting tomorrow morning.
We read every single comment you leave, and we love seeing how creative our amazing community of English learners is growing every single week.
Thank you so much for joining us for this entire 3-part series on talking about your life goals. And we cannot wait to see you in the next video.